Let's start.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're sitting in the Miller Library and we're going to showcase something that's totally cool and kind of nerdy.
This is the Howard County Seed Library, and we're super excited to be showcasing some of the amazing seeds that we have to offer.
Yeah, so if you've never heard of a seed library before, the idea is you come and borrow seeds from us, grow them for the season, and then if you're able to, harvest some of those seeds from your plant and bring them back for other people to enjoy.
So would you like to dig in and show some seeds?
Absolutely.
Awesome. One thing we can start with are herbs. I really like to showcase some of the herbs that we have. A really popular one is cilantro. So cilantro is a favorite of mine because it grows really well. It smells amazing when it's growing, and I love it because it just really adds pizzazz to any kind of dishes when I cook with it. So really love cilantro. That's something we have to offer.
Yeah, and besides herbs, we have lots of different types of vegetables. One of my favorites are the cherry tomatoes. They're easy to grow in Maryland's hot, warm summers, and they're so easy to pick, and you don't have to do anything to prepare them. Kids love them. They're great for everyone. Here at the Miller Library, we're also hosting a kindergarten visit today, so if you hear any enthusiastic shouts, that's some children enjoying books. So we have all different types of seeds you can come and get here. A lot of different things that are easy for growing in container gardens if you don't have a full yard to work in. And one thing I wanted to show was that you can see there's a couple of different companies represented here. So we take donations of seeds from anywhere that you have them left over from. We always love when you're able to harvest seeds from your own yard because that gives us an advantage of having something that's adapted to our specific climate. But we take all kinds of donations, and so you'll find in our collection some heirloom seeds, which means these are older varieties. You might find some commercial hybrids, and then you'll find maybe some mystery seeds where we don't know where they came from.
In addition to the vegetable seeds that we also offer native seeds. A lot of them are actually donated from community members, so grown in the community, harvested, and then donated back to us. So it's a self-perpetuating cycle, so where we can get seeds donated and then keep the seed library stocked and going. So I wanted to highlight common milkweed, this packet here, which we get a lot of common milkweed seeds, which is great because they're great. They're a host plant for the monarch butterfly, and they grow really well in our region, and so you can almost guarantee that we'll have some native milk seed to give away when you visit.
And I wanted to showcase some black-eyed Susan. That is our state flower, and it's super easy to grow. You throw it in the ground and it will bloom for months and then come back year after year.
Another favorite of mine, which we also grow in the Enchanted Garden as well as the milkweed and the black-eyed Susan, is the spotted bee balm. So this is something that's great for butterflies, hummingbirds, bees, and another great thing is you can use the leaves in tea, so you can make an herbal tea from the leaves.
Speaking of beautiful flowers to have in your garden, you can get some favorites. So here we have zinnias. Those are great ones to throw in your garden and just see all the delightful colors that come up, and they're great for cutting and putting in bouquets if you like.
And another popular one that I love as well are sunflowers. So we offer all kinds of different sunflower seeds. They're great because bees love them. One thing we like to do in the Enchanted Garden is we let the seed head dry so the birds and different animals can come and eat the seeds, and so we get to see a lot of golden finches on the birds, on the seed heads, so they act as nature's bird feeder, which is really fun to watch. So one great thing about sunflowers is once you plant them, they usually reseed, and sometimes they pop up in different parts of the garden, and I just let them go for it. So we always end up getting volunteer sunflowers year after year.
Yeah, if you're looking for an easy gardening experience, something that can help support the ecosystem, putting in native perennials is amazing, and we have a great selection of those thanks to people donating seeds to the seed library. We are delighted that we have a lot of families come to take advantage of the seed library, and so if you are looking at growing something with children, we have some seeds we can recommend. So here I have jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. So this is a pumpkin you can grow, and when it's ready, harvest it and carve it into your very own jack-o'-lantern.
Another one I'm very excited about, and I know that kids would get a kick out of, is the Mexican sour gherkin, also known as the cucamelon. And so these are great. They grow on vines, and they're itty-bitty, small, little fruits technically, but they taste like cucumbers and they look like little watermelons. And they're just really fun to grow. I think kids would get a kick out of it, and they're great because you can just pop them in your mouth and eat them right in the garden.
All right, so this all came about because we have the wonderful Enchanted Garden here at the Miller Branch. And so we already had a lot of garden lovers who wanted to share knowledge and swap seeds, which led to us hosting a seed swap. And that gained so much support that we knew we had the community interest in having it be more than just one day a year. And from that, we created the Seed Library to be an ongoing offering where you can exchange seeds and maybe learn something new and share your love of gardening with others.
So we offer the Seed Library, right now it's twice a month, and you can find this information on the library calendar online. We try to offer a weekend day and an evening day just to accommodate everybody. One thing to note is this is kind of an organic system, so we get donations. We don't always know what we're going to get donated, so it's kind of a surprise. So we want you to come in open-minded to what seeds you might be able to take home each day. We do also have a limit, so right now we offer 5 seed packets per visitor per time they come. So just to kind of manage, we want to make sure we offer a diverse selection and have a well-stocked seed library as much as we can. So we also really encourage people to save their own seeds. So Kelly and I have both talked about, we offer seed sharing classes, and we really encourage folks to start saving their own seeds that they can then bring in and donate, so we can keep the cycle going and keep it well stocked for everybody to share. So you can donate seeds to us either at the Elk Ridge branch or at the Miller branch. You can bring it in anytime we're open and bring it to customer service. We do ask that you label the variety and the type of seed and the date that it was harvested, as well as any other important information, growing information. And we do take it in bulk. We ask that if you're able to put it into seed packets, we encourage that just to save our volunteers some time. But we do, if you're not able to do that, we will accept bulk donations.
And we take all kinds of envelopes. We've seen people use the small envelopes like this size, or even make their own handmade envelopes just out of taped paper. So you can get creative with that. We love seeing what you come up with. Here I have an example of one that was handwritten. So it says common milkweed, so we have the name that everybody knows it by. And then we have Asclepias syracuse, and that is the Latin name. We have the date that it was collected, April 15th, 2024. And the only thing that would make this even better is if we had a location that this was collected, like maybe Laurel, Maryland. So that's great to know exactly where our seeds are coming from. It also helps people connect a little bit more to the story of who collected the seeds and where they're being shared from. Well, thank you for taking the time to learn some more about the Howard County Library Seed Library. And before we go, I just want to talk about what I'm excited to plant this year. Butternut squash. Woo! Yeah, so easy, so delicious. I love it.
And one of my go-tos is the Sora radish, which I will sow in the spring and the fall, and they grow really fast. So you can seed them and you'll have a radish within a month. Super easy to grow, fun for kids, a little spicy, which is nice. I'm excited to grow them.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you out in the garden.
Happy growing!